Hi everyone, good morning from Vienna. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Making It in Austria. And today I have a very special guest, Azra Dedic-Schwaiger, CEO, founder, businesswoman, mother, and many other things. So Azra, welcome to our channel. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, Delci. Hello, audience. It's my pleasure to be part of this great story. As I talked to Adela before, it is sharing our stories, sharing our experiences, motivating people to make some steps in their life. To my person, I'm Azra. I'm from Bosnia. I came to Austria 25 years ago, right after the war. I came to study because I desperately wanted to be a molecular biologist, and I found that in Austria there is opportunity to make these studies. So I moved to Salzburg. I was there. I was there to finishing my studies. I did a Ph.D. because I found the topic very interesting. It was about immunology, about allergies. I worked in the lab for 4 years. Then I realized, okay, a lab is not the environment for me to work because the work was very interesting, but the format of the work I was not, not the person to be there on the lab bench alone mostly and do the job. I needed people and I needed some fast movements. So then after I finished, I looked for a job in the industry. And, as a student, you look for every kind of job because you don't know what exactly fits you. And I landed in a company who was dealing with the medical products, selling the medical products, so the lab tests and everything for the laboratory. And this company, I got the job after a lot of looking for a job for 4 months and doing some catering. And because they told me, like, you have PhD, but you are here in the catering things. Like, yes, I need really from all aspects of business. And sometime during my job, I realized, because one of my goals there, my jobs there was to open the companies for that company, like the daughter companies in Balkan area. And I did it for 4 times. So I cooked the process. I knew what does it mean to open the company from the first paper until entire process, until the business development. And the idea in me was that I want to have my own business, because I realized it was hard for me to focus in this organization of a big company, to focus on only one part of the process. Like, I didn't want to be sales, but also not only marketing, but also a little bit. And I realized and I wanted to be creative. This was very important for me, creative in all directions. And then I realized, I think I will need to open my own company to have all entire package, which I was interested in. So with this idea for years, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about logos, the names, what this company would do. And I was, always writing these ideas in my little red book. And even everything, I kept these papers right now to have one day after 10 years that I can remember what was my initial idea about. Sometimes you have to go back. And then I got 2 children. And the company, it was not the same time. They decided They decided I didn't have time enough for the role I had before. And I was put in some role which I didn't like. And then finally, the point came in my life. I said, okay, now I'm really looking for that next step. And suddenly, suddenly opportunity came to me. This is like, it was like a dream. If you think about the destiny, this was like a dream. At the point when I was thinking opening my own business, I met somebody who knew somebody who is selling a company, which is in my business, or the infrastructure was there, but small enough that I can afford it. And this was the story about LabRaum GmbH. This was then I bought the company in 2018, and then I started my own business, which I'm right now. Already in the third year, yeah. Now the fourth will be.
So how is the business for you this year, Azra? So how does it feel after a couple of years to be your own boss and to develop your company?
It was, these 3 years I learned a lot. I developed as a personality, as a businesswoman, so much. Because as I said, you are responsible for everything, but also on the other hand, you have a business in your hands and you are starting with something, and then you have ideas and you have to execute that, and you can follow you and your company in that development. And you read a lot, you hear a lot, but you are constantly asking yourself, is it the right thing? Is it the right direction? Is this company, I'm just going around asking people, what is the successful company? How do you describe what is the successful company? Am I successful after 3 years and organic growth and everything? And first now, after the third year, basically 21st of November was the day when this, for me, like I signed the company thing. So we have 3 years exactly now in the fourth year. Now I can say I think I'm successful because, I started with I bought the company. The first year I spent with the infrastructure because it was nothing. It was very old infrastructure, not modern, nothing, but it was good for me because it was nothing, but I had the customers and I have a product. So let's start with this and build a completely new, modern corporate identity, infrastructure, IT, everything. This was the first year, like cleaning up and organizing. I didn't want to go to the customer before I had something nice in my hand and my website. Said, no, I'm not losing time. I'm not like somebody, I'm here, but I don't have a website. I wanted to have a complete package and then go out. So because this was for me professional. If you want to be professional, you have to be from the second on. So first year, the second year was customers. So customers, learning the existing customers, looking short for new suppliers because for the new products. And then I realized also in the second year, I didn't know exactly which products. I was, running in, I knew the main direction, but sometimes, this story, and then later on, I came to the right direction. Like I knew exactly, this is what you need. But so second year, customers, product, networking, a lot of visiting, a lot of exhibitions in our area, in this medical devices area, the big ones to look for suppliers, but also small little Austrian to meet the customers, to be there like, hey, show up. There is somebody new and this is me and this is logo. So if you see me or if I write you an email, you know who is behind. This was the second year. And then the third year, this is the third year. Very interesting year. It started normally, the first 3 months, and then Corona came. Super. I was there in the middle of the transition. The customers they don't know me. I'm not somebody who is in the market since 20 years. And then you have a new situation. You have a product for the situation, but nobody is like running you to buy from you because they don't know you. This was the new thing for me. It was like, March and April, I was desperate. I was like, hey, I have a product, and they need that, but basically, how should I reach to them? And I'm new, and yeah. So I was desperate. I'm not desperate. I was asking myself what to do. And then I realized, okay, good. I have product. I have a new strategy. Everything is online. What I will do, I will completely renew my homepage. I will contact the customers as I, can with the technologies I have right now in my hands. Mm-hmm. And also this was step by step. It happens nothing, but then after 3 months, May, I found a niche. Like, okay, I'm a small company. I will not be successful in selling the same thing like the big ones do. Mm-hmm. So what can you do? I found a niche, and then I started with this niche. I started in April, slowly spreading, and then it popped up. It started in May, and then I saw, okay, this is the right way. So in parallel, I was also doing the new website and starting with this niche, and through this niche also another product. And then I realized the main product which I had was not for the Austrian market because it's saturated, but I worked with Bosnia a lot. And for Bosnia, this is the right product. So I started, the procedure in Bosnia is very complicated to import the medical product because you have licenses and regulations and everything. So I found through network, but we will come to this point, somebody whom I trusted, and we started with this Bosnian project in July, and now we were able to do the first exports. So I somehow adapted to the situation, and I was lucky enough to be in the right market segment because diagnostic segment is now everybody knows what is diagnostic test, what is PCR, and what is antibody.
Yeah, you're right. Azra, I want to...
Sorry.
No, this is great. I wanted to ask you two important things. So one thing you mentioned in your story is you always had this idea that you want to go and start your own business because, the circumstances and what you wanted to do and so. And I know that there are so many people around you who are thinking the same. So they have a business, so they are working in a company, so they like what they do. And they are, thinking about, okay, one day I want to start my company, or this is what I would like to do. And maybe it can be completely different. Sometimes it happens that you go far away from your field because, this is always what you want to do. Mm-hmm. I would like to, if you can share some advices in that sense, it's not like jumping tomorrow and like say, okay, I'm leaving everything behind and
don't do that. Yeah.
This is one question. And the second one that you said, it was really completely something new for me as well, about buying an existing company. So can you tell us about these two things?
Yeah, these are very important things. I mean, when you start the company, one day I was visiting a customer, and then the first visit, and I presented him I opened the company. He's like, oh, this was a good idea. Like you woke up one day and you said, yeah, I will open the company. And I said, not really. It was a long process, especially in our market segment. It is about medical devices, about medical in vitro diagnostic tests. This is a regulated business, so you cannot just open the company when you want. You have to have a license to do that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, when you are thinking about opening your companies, you have to consider a few important things. First thing is this regulatory. Is this the opening business in this segment? Do you need some special regulatory administrative things you have to to fulfill? Secondly, very important thing is of course the financing. You cannot just start a company and don't have any plan how you will finance that. Of course, with this step, you will be anyway, your bank or somebody who will give you the money will tell it anyway to you what is your plan. So think about the plans and then think about you have to have a master plan. You cannot like, oh yeah, I like the being online marketing and I did some course and I've just started and do it. this is not that easy. So you have to have a master plan, what you want to do, how you will finance it. Do you have papers for that? And then you can start. And of course, in nowadays, it's you have a lot of networks. So you have people, ask all people, all the people with, having companies, what they've done. I didn't have a lot of chance to do that, but I came from the company who is doing that. And because I was in that field, I knew a lot of distributors, companies who, and I was always observing everything, what they do, how is their strategy, which products, how they think about when they look for the products. I was observing for years and writing down, okay, this was not, I think this is good. Also marketing, this company did that, I don't think, but how would I do it? So it was not like, as I said, the customer said, I woke up and said, hey, I will do the company. And it was a long process until it came. But, it was not this, the next, I'm coming to the next. So be prepared. You have to inform yourself what you need, how you will finance yourself, and you have to have a master plan. Who is you? And a very important thing is to know who is around you, in which market, who are your competition, what they are doing, and what do you want to do to be different or better or the same, or I don't know. Very important. You need time to analyze, and then make the next step. And then, as I said before, this company run on through my life. It came, and basically, to be honest, when I'm honest to myself and to the other, starting from scratch in my market segment, I would not do it, because it's too much, it's too risky, it's too complicated. So for me, the option to buy another company was exactly what I needed, because you already have existing infrastructure, and you just you build up. For me, and to be honest, this is also, as you said, then the question started, okay, now I'm buying a company. How do you how do you set up the price for this? Who can help me to say the price that the person wanted, set up the price? Is it the right price, the wrong price? What is the value? How do you, this was also a long process. I was looking on internet, acquisitions companies. I was looking for somebody who will do that. I was founding somebody who is like a professional agency for doing the acquisitions, who will help you. But it was a lot of money, and I was like, every euro is important for me. And sometimes it would be a good thing. I would say, okay, what should I do? I will. But then I realized, okay, I will not do it with the external help. I think for me, then I wrote down, this is the customers, this is the turnover, this is what I can make out of this, and this is what I would pay for this. For this amount, I can stand, and this is for me not too high risk, because too high risk I would not. And then I set up, this is the money I will do suggest, and this is how it went. But there's no rule. I realized there was no rule telling you this is how you calculate what is the worth of this company. There is no rule. It was like a mixture. Okay, this is my internal proposition, what I can make out of this infrastructure in 3 years, plus minus, and this is how much I can pay. So find it in the middle. We made the offer, and then at the end it was good. So and the bank was satisfied. For the bank, and this is another step. You have to have a business plan to say what you want to do. You know how it works when you have a loan.
So how long was it? Was it like 6 months, 9 months before you decided that, okay, this is the value, this is the offer that I want to give them?
This take for us, because it was a special situation, because it was a very old lady wanted to sell that, but it was it took 1 year, always, back forth, and then after 1 year we said, okay, now this is the final offer. this is what we can offer. And she said, it's fine. So we will execute.
That was your second birthday. So you have your birthday.
It was.
Birthday of your
It
company.
was. Yeah, I tell you. But then when everything happened, because, you are in the store, you are back forth and you are buying a company. But then the point came when you have to really do it. You have to quit with your company you are working with.
Yeah.
And then you have to sign all the papers, for the new company. This is your company. It's your signature on it. You are the responsible person. When something happens with that, you will be the one. And then oh my God. And then the day came when I came to this office of the new company. I was alone, so it was my company. I came, to my company alone with my computer, with my new email address, with the customers, with everything. Pooh! But this was 3 years ago, so very interesting moments. I have also some notes on that. I was sitting there alone. I said, for this moment, you will think in 3 years, write it down. How do you feel? And I did it. It's funny.
Write it down. Be prepared. So this is what I take from you, Azra. You mentioned as well that, to be successful as yourself, and it's important to have the supportive system. It's important to have network of people. So tell us a little bit, how did you sort it out for yourself?
Yeah, you cannot work alone. Of course, you are anyway in the system already. But basically, especially, I realized that in my first year, networking for small businesses like I am this is essential. You have to be everywhere. You have to be in the customer network. You have to be in the supplier network. But I have to say that they are already, because, this is your special topic, the networking. In all segments, there are all some kind of network organizations. For me, there is a special network for distributors. It's not network. This is basically a company doing networking. And I'm there and I'm paying yearly to be part of this story, because their job is to find the right product to the right distributor, and you are on their homepage, on their website, and they are like, and this is the way how I come. Sometimes I come to some suppliers. So there are already professional organizations doing some kind of network. Then, so it means a customer network, the network with the suppliers, with the products, and then your personal network. Like, for example, the businesswoman of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I was like, at the moment, I was just curious to see what it is. But after being part of this story and watching how this developed in 3 years, I'm happy that I did this, because for me, I met you there and a lot of other women. This is motivating. This is, I met on professional, let's say it like this. I developed on professional and personal level by being a part of this network. And this is not the only network. So basically you have to be in the networks around you, but you have to choose which one are necessary, because you don't have time forever. Your time is anyway limited. So choose your networks and be part of it. You never know what can what can be the good thing for you of being part of this story. This is by businesswoman of Bosnia and Herzegovina, I found this connection to Bosnian business. Okay. Yeah, through the second. This was not the direct link, but the second link. Now I was talking to somebody said somebody, and then and yes. You never know. Yes. I didn't find a direct customers, because I'm B2B. I'm business to business. So I'm not the business to customer. I'm not selling something to this women or somebody, but and then somebody knows somebody, and it goes around. It's very important to be connected, especially if you are a small business. It's always important, but for this is essential for the small and middle businesses.
I like how did you organize it for yourself? I think it's crucial. On one side, you have this strong professional network of what you said, that where you are part of it, and you basically register there. You're a member, and then you see what you
pay money for that, but it's worth.
Yes,
worth of it.
The professional, so you need to be in these circles. So you need to be.
Yeah.
People know you, that they recognize your logo, and it doesn't happen from one day to another. And on one side, so you have the social and / professional network, as you said, because your niche, or for instance my niche, Internet of Things, and your niche business, it's very specific. So it's not that there are like thousands of people around us and they're just like, okay, yeah, let's connect. But
exactly.
as you said, you need to go out and then start asking and presenting.
Yes.
So this is what I do. Maybe you know someone, maybe you have the link. It's not. I always say there is someone who knows someone who knows someone, and maybe
yes.
It takes 3 days.
Yes.
It takes
As I told you, businesswoman of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I wanted to meet the women which are in some kind of business, so you can talk on the personal level. How do you feel being, the topics between women being business. That's it. Yes. But and then I came also to the professional link through this network. You never know.
Yes, I strongly agree. And that's why I like the whole topic of networking, because it's so different for everyone. So it's not like you master it on one side and that's it. You master it from many angles. So I think that's
but powerful. Sometimes because I was newbie to that. When I was alone with my company, this network and everything, you are alone there, and then it's your decision. It's your action that you have to take to go there and be there. And sometimes, I was in some events, I was alone there, like, oh my God, I mean, you're alone there, you don't know how to speak to the people, you are, it's not that, sometimes not that easy, but step by step, also this process is getting, then how to approach, then somebody, and it's always step by step. Whatever you start, it's always step by step, and it takes time.
As you said,
just be open, just do it, really. And do it. This is not. It's not. And don't expect. How you said, the result too fast. It will not come too fast. This is something which I, for 3 years I was. Pushing myself and always thinking you are not good not good enough. I'm good, but I wanted to see too much too fast, and I was comparing myself to the wrong standards. It was not the same. So be careful with what you are comparing yourself.
That's
so we have.
That's very powerful. I can hear you, Azra. Still, Azra. Before we wrap up, so can you tell me how people can get in touch with you?
We had some,
Yes, we are back now. So
we are back now, good.
Before we wrap up, I wanted to ask, how can people get in touch with you? And what are you reading at the moment?
This is, well, I have a website, which is LabRaum .at, and just write me there, because I'm behind. So, hello.
I can hear you.
Either there or LinkedIn, Azra Dedic-Schwaiger. So these are the two fastest way to contact me. And what I'm reading a lot, I mean, I read always 2 or 3 books at the same time. So it depends on the day mood, what I will, follow. But 2 things, 2 books which I'm reading right now.
Yes.
This is from Viktor. This is, the book. This is about the psychologist, Viennese psychologist, being Viktor in Frankl. Auschwitz and surviving it Yeah. And this is about this situation, but it was the right time now in Corona to read it, because sometimes, go down and then you realize, and the major topic, this is this universal truth, because he said, when you have a goal, you have to have a goal and some kind of, in your life. And when you have it and focus on it, then you can go through Auschwitz as well, but you have to have it. It's hard. It doesn't matter then how hard the way is, but you have to have something you are reaching to. And this is also in many situations in life, even in business. This is the goal. You will go through ups and downs a lot. I had days when I was thinking the world will go down and I'm completely mess and this is nothing for me, and why have I done this to me? But then, the next day comes and everything is good. But the goal was there all the time. I was, stay focused. And the other one, which I bought before Corona, now everything changed anyway, but this is so good. Das Ende des Online Shoppings.
Oh.
And this is how the through the digitalizing and everything, shops, how the entire system changed, and how in some countries, especially for example in Austria, the system was not ready for the change between shop and the digital world. Completely, not from infrastructure, how they plan the shops in the city. Because now it's so interesting. This is so interesting. This is ironic. And the online shopping, 2 very good books, which I read with, it takes time, but I can.
In between.
With 2 kids, I started with some book, Livia, for the 9 years old. And then when they sleep, then I can go back to my, to my readings.
Thank you, Azra. It was a great pleasure to talk to you, to hear your story. I'm really looking forward to see your path, to see where your company is going. So we are here. Our community of Making It in Austria is growing. So we are planning to have next year hundreds of people. So it's going to be a strong community of good networking of people who have their own companies and people who have successful careers within different companies. So imagine 100 brands, 100 different brands. So this is
wow. And this is
we have so many plans together. Thank you for
perfect. Thank you for having the opportunity to be part of your story. I think this is very good idea. And this is really very important to hear the real life stories from the people who are in every day in the operative business doing stuff. I didn't have anybody to ask. Okay, I have my experience, long years, but I would have to ask somebody, hey, what do you think? Is this a good idea or bad? Just to talk with somebody about that.
Yes.
So network is good. We are here, and thank you.
Thank you.
And wish you the successful YouTube channel story.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Adela.
Bye-bye. Bye.